Aloha! We are here at Saquarema during the WSL, Itaúna Beach, and we are doing this Aloha podcast together with WSL. And we bring here surfers, artists, special people who did good for surfing. And today, my guest invited is Jack Marshall from California, Encinitas. It's a big pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rico. Stoked to be on the podcast. It's been nice to get to meet you the other day and hang out a little bit, and yeah, it should be fun.
Oh, I'm very happy to have a guy like you here, give you prestige in my program, and people like to see it. And today, I would like to thank a lot my sponsors. We have Amaciante for what when you do sport like running, triathlon, that you sweat a lot. Then use this and then smell good.
That's always good right there.
We have Qboa is to clean the house, the clothes, the area. So Qboa is a good one.
Perfect. Well, we're gonna be fresh.
Really, and we have a little present for you here from my good friend Leo. Please open for you.
Thank you.
Duarte.
Wow. What do we got here? Oh, aloha.
Aloha.
There we go. Let's do it.
Good time,
Perfect.
And I also have, I wrote this book. Took me 4 years to write.
Wow.
So I would like, I write for you. To my good friend, Jake Marshall, welcome Saquarema. Thanks to come to Aloha Podcast. Rico de Souza, 27652.
Wow. Thank you so much. Psyched to check this book out and read it. I scanned through it a little bit earlier. There's some sick shots in here, so psyched to check it out. And it looks like a really cool piece of work. So congrats. 4 years is a long time to work on something, so that's awesome.
It's because when you do things with love, like you do in surfing, dedication, focus, love, all the time, discipline. So when you have life like that, you're doing good.
For sure, surfing I feel like teaches you so much stuff about life. So when you can implement it into other aspects of your life, it seems to work really good.
Surfing teaches a lot.
Oh yeah, so much.
So great. When did you start to surf in Encinitas? When was that?
I started surfing when I was 6 years old. So,
Encinitas?
I learned to surf. My first waves I caught was in Florida. And then and then I was born in Encinitas, and then my family moved to Florida for like 3 years when I was like 6 to 8. So I started surfing a little bit there, and then we moved back to California.
Good, because a lot of sharks and no waves over there.
Exactly, yeah. So it ended up working out good for me to go back home.
Only I have a big admiration for Kelly, and he's from Florida.
For sure.
To know that this guy is great, greatest all the time.
Yeah, so hard to learn to be a professional surfer out of Florida for sure. So a lot of respect for those guys.
I used to shape one guy from Florida. I don't know if you know him. Jeff Crawford. Have you heard?
Yeah, I've heard of him for sure.
We went to South Africa together.
No way.
And then we went to Brazil. He comes second in Brazil with his board. Great surfer, huh?
Wow, that's epic. Yeah, such a good surfer.
Yeah, then he went to live in Hawaii, no?
Yep.
I haven't seen him.
I think he still might live in Hawaii, but I'm not sure,
All right, What's the memories you have surfing in California?
So many good memories surfing in California. I mean, just growing up there, like with my two brothers. And,
you have two brothers?
Yeah, two brothers, and they're both younger than me, and just so many friends and just like so many good times, But it's growing up there, like the waves are so good, especially when you're little, because it's like there's waves all the time. It's not like too big, so you can surf every day.
Beautiful points up.
Yeah,
point breaks.
And all the point breaks, like especially where I live in Encinitas, we have like multiple like point breaks and reef breaks and Swamis, yeah. Swamis gets really good in the wintertime, and Cardiff Reef and Seaside that's where I surf most of the time.
Very interesting, because when we talked before, when I come for the World Championship in California, San Diego, Ocean Beach. No, I was living in California in Encinitas. Do you know Sense Sport Street?
Yep.
I used to with Chris Wayne.
Yep.
I have good memory. 345, his house. He was a real California. Was a time that hippie time, you know what I mean? Things was light, you know, health food, you know, so I have good memories. And I met Bill Bain and Mike Doyle.
Wow.
And they have a factory in Encinitas.
Yep.
They still have that?
I don't know if they still have it. Like, Encinitas used to have a lot of, like, board builders and factories and stuff, but it's definitely started to change a little bit. Like, I remember when I was younger, like, backyard boards used to be right there. And, but now there's still surf shops and stuff, but there's not as many, like, board builders actually in Encinitas, like the guys who do it. Some of the young guys, like Kobe Hughes, Ryan Birch, they all make insane boards out of Encinitas. So
nice.
cool.
I remember have a 7-Eleven on the same street. Still
the
there?
7-Eleven's still there right on D Street right there. So that's a staple.
What was nice, I met Hal Jepsen was produced film, you know, he did See For Yourself, Espresso Session 1, Espresso Session 2, Espresso Session 3. You probably don't see that. No?
Yeah, no. I haven't seen those.
And then he invited me to drive all the way to San Diego, going inland, San Jose, Porto Madeira, and come back by San Francisco, Steamer Lane, going by the coast, you know. So that's how I learned my English. Sorry, you guys, my English not so good, but I try to make you guys understand, you know?
I mean, I can't really speak much Portuguese, so to do the whole interview in English is pretty impressive, for sure.
And I feel good because, remember, a good time, I show you a picture in the book, like me surfing under the bridge of...
the Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate. My God, it's cold, you know.
It's so cold up there, for sure.
And I remember how Jepsen was a friend of Jackie O'Neill, you know?
Yep.
And the son is... what's his name?
Might be Jack, I think. Yeah.
And then he let how Jepsen know him, and he gave me a wetsuit full of holes.
Yeah. Nothing worse than surfing in cold water with a wetsuit with a bunch of holes.
When you're young, all a good time, you know what I mean?
For sure.
No problem. The only thing I remember, the water in Steamer Lane and San Francisco was a lot of cold, and then when you go to the south, like Huntington Beach, San Diego, you know, it's warmer, no?
It's definitely warmer, for sure.
Other thing I had trouble there was the kelps.
Oh, yeah.
Steamer Lane. Kelps is, if you guys don't know, is
seaweed.
Seaweed, you know, that go in your foot, your leash.
You're going down the line, your board hits it, like
then
all sorts
you
of
go
stuff.
up, you know. So good memories, you know. When you start to compete, which year?
I started competing, like, I think I was like 8 years old maybe when I started competing. Yeah, they have the junior circuit in America. We have NSSA.
Oh,
and they like have such a good platform for any age under 18, you know. So they had a 10 and under, and I started to do some contests, and I like doing it, so I just kept doing it, and it was really fun. Like, it was such a funny time in your life because you're so young and you're just like, you love surfing, and then you find out, you just loved competing and all these things. So it was cool. And then so many of the kids who are surfing on the tour today with me, like, we all grew up competing against each other, like Griffin, Kanoa, Seth, like Imai DeVault, like all of these guys were all about the same age. So
in the same area too, no?
Yeah,
Griffin is from Trestles?
Yeah, Griffin's from San Clemente, so we grew up surfing against each other all the time, and it's cool now that we're all on the tour together, surfing against each other still, like 10, 15 years later. So it was a super, super fun environment to grow up in, for sure.
Well, what's the best wave for you in California? You have Trestles, you have Malibu, you have so many good waves there, huh?
Yeah, we have a ton of good waves in California. I think the best waves in California, like, most of them are just those classic point breaks, you know?
Rincon.
Like, Rincon is obviously insane, and then kind of just up and down the coast, like, there's so many good right point breaks, like from Steamer Lane, Rincon, Trestles, like down in San Diego, we have some good point breaks too. And it's like it's like definitely a staple of the California coastline. Yeah,
it's good. Like California, you have to drive, right? You must know the direction, to know if it's a south swell, if it's a north swell, to go for the right place, no?
Yeah, you got to get good at surf forecasting and figuring out the swell direction, the tide, the wind, and everything, because I mean, if you're committed and you want to drive a few hours, you can get good waves a lot. So you got to just kind of learn how to read the charts.
Yeah, good memories, California. And which time you ride for your Hurley, sponsored, great company,
Yeah.
And Sharp Eyes, very good too. Marcio already come here, Tubas come here. And Yuffie, good friend, How's
sure.
your boards?
Oh, my boards are amazing. I mean, I've been with Sharp Eye for 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah, they're like one of the most like my biggest supporters, and they've helped me so much. Like I've been riding for them for a really long time, and Marcio and Yufu have always been like super supportive of me. And they have such a cool like brand, like just all around the world, wherever we go, we have support. Whether it's from like the guys from America flying over, like when we were in Australia, Marcio and Taylor Clark, they flew to the Gold Coast, shaped some boards, bring some boards, and then we're here in Sharp Eye Brazil with Tuba, and Yufu's down here helping me out. So it's cool to have that much support. For sure.
We just have a good lunch now, health food,
Exactly, yeah.
Me, you, Yuffie, and Tuba, Tuba's a great guy,
Yeah, such a good guy.
Yeah, he helped me a lot to bring good guys here,
Yep.
And I have a Felipe Toledo board. I have all the Mineirinho, Adriano de Silva. I collect boards.
Nice.
I have over 150 boards, And then I have Mineirinho, Adriano, I have Toledo, I have Medina, I have Italo, very proud the guys give. So good to show the culture of surf,
For sure.
So,
all those guys are such amazing surfers, and yeah, it's cool to be able to have their boards and stuff.
Talking about boards, what's your hot dog board? 6'2"?
Yeah, so I ride usually a 6'1" or 6'2", and this year my Magic board's been like a 6'2", so I've been riding that at a lot of the events, and it's just a 77 model. Felipe's model, and it seems to work really good for me.
Yeah, they're so good because when you know your shaper, it's like a Formula One, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to adjust here for you a little bit loose, a little bit tighter, less rocker, do a little more flotation. Do you have this conversation with the shaper? Yes.
For sure, okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah, so this year, something we've been working on a little bit is just taking some rocker out of the tail a little.
Yeah.
And just giving the boards a little bit more drive. A lot of the waves we surf on the tour, like they can be a little flatter on the face a little bit. So sometimes felt like my boards maybe last year had a little too much rocker. So just adjusting with that. But that's why it's so great to have people like Marcio, and for me at Sharp Eye right now, Taylor Clark, he's been making a lot of my boards, and he's one of my best friends who I grew up surfing with, and
yes.
He's been learning under Marcio and shaping, and we've been working really good together. So it's great. That's why I love Sharp Eye, because they're a San Diego company. They employ a lot of people who are from the area, and it's cool to have. The shop is only 20 minutes from my house, so I can go down there, bring my boards, talk about boards, and it helps so much to be able to progress your boards to the next level.
When you have your board very together, adjusted, take a little bit of rock so you can punch, can make it more strong, put the energy you want on a board, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's just it's such a small difference between a good board or maybe a not so good board.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out maybe where that is and what adjustments you can make.
Used to call magic board. Have you had many magic boards?
I've had a few. The one that I've been riding here is actually, it's a magic board, so that's been pretty nice. I've ridden it in I think 5 of the events this year, so that's how you know it's a magic board, where you take it anywhere in the world and it works good.
Yeah. Sometimes you make 2 boards the same to make safe, because one break and the other,
It's always, you can copy the board, but it's hard to recreate that magic feeling,
Yeah. Make you more strong, no?
Yep.
Like when you have the magic board.
Yeah, you feel so confident.
After 6'1", 6'2", what's your next board?
Usually I'll go up to a 6'3", so I have 2 6'3s here, because Saquarema sometimes will get pretty big, like the other day the waves were big, and they ended up not running the contest, but I probably would have rode a 6'3 that day. And I don't have anything bigger than a 6'3 here. For here, a J-Bay seems like 6'3 would probably be the most that I would ride, but it depends where we're going. Obviously, if we're in Hawaii, I have all the way up to a 6'10.
6'10.
Yes.
Guys on a tour today, they ride small boards, no? Because
definitely, yeah.
we was talking before, I'm a generation, I live with Mark Warren, Peter Towney, Ian Cairns, and many guys. We live together, and we all ride 8 foot, 710. You know, smaller was 7.6. You know, because short boards you can work at the steepest part of the wave. No.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, it's I haven't ridden too many like old school boards. You know, like in that
was single fin.
Yeah,
before.
in that generation, but it's definitely a different game. But there's always people's like, especially like, oh, you got to get on maybe like a 6.8 or 7.0 or whatever when the waves get big, especially when we're in Hawaii, when we used to have the sunset event. I remember most of the guys are riding like a 6.6, you know, and I know back in your days you guys were probably on like 8.0s or something at least at sunset, you know.
Yeah, sunset is more water, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's one of difficult waves to surf in the world, no,
For
because
sure.
Have the North Peak, the West Peak, the inside break all over, you know. You can see sometimes you go take one wave, 9.5, and then you sit the whole heat there, don't catch nothing, you know.
Doesn't matter if it's a heat or a free surf, it's so easy to get lost out there. So that's why you need that big board so you can paddle anywhere in the lineup.
I think I saw your heat with Jack Robson and you know, here in Saquarema. Was a beautiful heat, very tough, difficult, huh?
For sure. I mean, there's Jack, like so many of the guys on tour, everyone is so good now. So you have to bring your A game and surf your best, you know, and even when you do, sometimes you still get beat. So it was a really good heat versus Jack. I was stoked to make it, but at the same time, like he was so close to making a big error at the end, and stuff can always change. So I got him this time, but I'm sure in the next one he'll be trying to get me back.
Yeah, that's part of the game, yeah.
Exactly.
The beautiful part of the competition, because you outside the water, you friends, and you know, and he is married with the Brazilian girls, very nice, you know. I have a son, you know, so I like to see, you know, this connection, Australians with Brazilians, you know, like when I was younger, you know, was different the vibes, you know, like more competition. Brazil wasn't very well known. Today, Brazil have a big respect, you know, like
sure.
The surfers, everybody get together, respect each other, good premiation. Like how much for the first place? 100,000?
Yeah, I think it's 100.
Yeah.
Maybe 80. But
yeah,
it's a good bet.
I think you guys deserve, because to be a professional surfer today, travel a lot, surf Chopo, you know, surf Pipeline, surf Fiji. No, you put your life in risk, right?
For sure. I mean, I'm super grateful to be able to surf all these waves, and it's cool to be a surfer in this era where I feel like the level is so high right now that it pushes you a lot to want to be the best that you can be, you know, because there's so many amazing surfers. Like every event on the tour, the level that's going down is just insane. So it's cool to be around that.
No cooks, right?
No.
You know? No cooks, you know?
Definitely no cooks on the tour these days, for sure.
Before, you know, on the 70s, you know, because IPS, ASP, WSL, you know, I'm glad to see surfing grow so much.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I compete, have easier heat, you know, that like, I hope I get.
Yeah.
But today, no easy heat.
There's no easy heats today, that's for sure.
No free lunch, you know.
Nope. You gotta earn it each time.
My English, I like those no free lunch, no easy things, you know.
Gotta work hard, you know.
Yeah, and I feel proud, like when I come to Hawaii, California, then I make the trip in California, learn a little bit English. Then I went to live Cameland. You know what's Cameland? Do you know why the name Cameland?
No, I don't know
because
where it came
I have
from.
a supermarket in front of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, and now it's Foodland, right?
Uh-huh.
Before was Cameland.
No way.
You know, so everybody by there, you know.
Yeah.
The food, we didn't have a Foodland, you know. So everybody go there by the gas station, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah, right by the Chevron
Yeah,
there. Yep.
the Chevron, you know. So it was good, and we live in this house, you know. Other day I went to visit the house I live in 72, you know, and you look the channel of sunset, you know.
Yeah.
When you look sunset by the channel, always look nicer.
And then you get closer to the peak, and it gets a little scarier for sure.
You know, and have you one time lose the board and go to Camden and work your ass off?
Oh yeah, it's just swimming for your board.
Yeah,
that's a long swim.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then if you don't catch your board,
that thing's going to Kauai.
Rocky Point. You know?
You're never gonna see that board again. It's gone.
Now today, the lifeguards make a beautiful job. And
oh yeah, the lifeguards on the North Shore are probably the best in the whole world. You know, so.
And you know, the guy who control all the lifeguards, a Brazilian guy.
Oh really?
It's my friend Victor Massal. Hey Victor. You're looking to me, huh? Watch out, huh? Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a 35 years, many years there, you know?
Yeah.
And he lives in Hurley Street.
Oh,
then
cool.
I sleep there. He have 2 daughters. They feel like my daughters, you know. He treat me good, you know, and he do a great job, you know.
Yeah, it's such a hard job to be a lifeguard on the North Shore, and those guys, like, they do an amazing job.
Yeah,
over
you
there,
know
so.
Guilherme Tâmega, world champ of bodyboard.
Uh-huh.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I don't know him, but yeah.
He was the guy who picked up Chumbinho, you know,
really?
when he got the accident, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Other day, do you know Fankton, the Belgian.
Yeah.
Other day I was in Hawaii. I have a house in front of this condominium, beautiful, you know, and I saw 2 guys riding. Was Fredland, you know, that bush wave, and was big, you know, and come a big set, 15, 18 feet in the water, pushed, you know, to the beach, and you know, the water is gonna come out, you know. Then I saw those 2 guys with a bodyboard. I could see them.
They're gone.
They going out. They try to instead they go for backyards. They try to. They call Victor and he send the boys the jet ski there, you know.
Can't mess around with that Hawaiian Ocean. It's powerful over there.
Know, even people who have experience is difficult, you know.
Yeah, you never know over there when you're going to get caught in maybe not a bad situation, so you got to be ready.
Have you had any bad situation in Hawaii? For sure.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you get caught in some gnarly situations over there, but I've never had anything too bad yet. So, but always just try to stay safe over there and make sure that you're prepared when you go out for whatever situation. So it's tough, you know. You got to be in really good shape when you get over to Hawaii. Make sure your breath holds good, like your swimming's good. So if you break your leash out at Haleiwa or Sunset, it's going to be a long swim to the beach. So you got to be ready for that.
Do you do any training?
Yeah, I do a good bit of training. Like, it's good to stay in shape, you know, and work on maybe some weaknesses and stuff like that. But just depends. Like, been training at this place in Carlsbad, Nakoa, with my trainer Ryan for maybe like 8 years now.
Oh,
so,
8 years.
Yeah, so it's been.
So you do for like muscles to be stronger.
For sure.
I saw you surfing very well with speed, with a new surf with aerials, you know. You gotta be ready for that.
Yeah, I had a lot of like injuries when I was like younger, like 18, and all those things kind of taught me that you got to keep your body in the best shape you can so you don't get hurt, and makes it so you can progress your surfing a little bit easier for sure.
And then you, for eat, you do any special program, or you eat well and without too many restrictions?
Yeah, not too many restrictions. Just try to eat like clean and healthy, you know. No crazy diet or anything like that, but yeah, just I don't know, just keep it simple.
Yeah, like no processed food, you know, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good meats, just like
fish,
a carb,
meat.
like rice, potatoes, meat, vegetables. Just it's just try to keep it simple.
Yeah, same as you. Not too much things, you know, but eat well, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exercise and sleep well, you know. Sleeping is very important.
Sleeping is super important for sure.
What about physical work? Your program, you do anybody make your mind stronger, or you read books, or somebody help you?
No, I don't really do any of that, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've always had
positive.
Yeah, like that area of my mind, like competing and all these things. I feel like I've always had like a good sense of that, you know. But just try to. I feel like with all this traveling, competing, at the end of the day, you got to just make sure you're grateful for this life we get to live. And no matter if you're winning or losing, just got to stay grounded and stay connected, and just make sure that you appreciate where you are. You know?
Yeah, like some surfers, you know, like I understand when I run professional before, wasn't so stressful as you guys now, you know. But after many years in a tour, guys get us. The words have to find. Gets tired, you know, too much pressure, too much traveling, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure sometimes, especially if you have a family where you're trying to make sure you're putting food on the table for your kids, you know. So luckily, I don't have that yet in my life, but maybe in the next couple of years. So it's easy to get caught up in the pressure in the moment, but at the end of the day, we're just going surfing and we're getting to do something that we all love. So. I'm super grateful to have that as my job, and maybe one day I won't get to do it, so got to appreciate it while I can, for sure.
Do you see, I see surfing, you know, guys travel all over the world, get a good sponsor, have a good time, little couple parties, some girls. That's the game, you know, that's life, normal, you know?
Yeah.
And do you see anything ahead for you when you stop to compete? Do you see anything that you would like to do? Work for a company, for Hurley, or work for a surf shop, or manage something? Do you have anything in mind?
I'm not really sure yet. I mean, it's hard because you put so much like time and effort into just this one thing, you know, for your whole life. But I've always thought like coaching would be super fun. Like I've done like little coaching stuff like a couple years ago, and I liked it, but if you're coaching, you're still traveling a ton and away from home a lot. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I feel like it's easy to kind of want to think into the future, but
go with the flow.
Yeah, just go with the flow. Right now, I'm like, this is what I'm doing, and I love it. And one day, I know I won't be able to surf competitively forever, but I'm sure I'll find something in the future that I like to do.
When you're good, you have focus, and you're good, somebody pick you up, right?
Exactly. Yeah, just try to focus on whatever you're doing, and then life's funny. You never know what direction you're gonna go. Sometimes you try to plan too far in the future, and things happen, and you're just like, oh, I guess I'm going this way now. I guess I'm doing that. So I know one day something will work itself out.
For sure. Like Adriano de Souza, I took him to Hawaii when he was 12, 13 years old. And today he's a coach, do a good job, you know.
Yeah, he's been coaching. I think he's coaching Miguel. And I don't know who else he's coaching on the tour this year.
Italian boy, how's his name?
Yeah. He was coaching
And I see Fioravanti surfing really good, you know.
Yeah,
he improved a lot, huh?
For sure, yeah. This year he's been ripping, like especially in at Pipe this year, he was surfing insane. I mean, he got second, but he was
second.
Yeah, he was ripping.
Did he live in Italy or he live?
Yeah, he was. I'm not exactly sure, but I know he's from Italy. And but Leo, like when I think he must have been like 12 or something. He came to America for a little bit,
and he stayed there.
And he was just traveling all over the world, like with the tour. And he was like just kind of all over, like an international citizen.
He's very
speaks
simple.
like 5 languages. Like
simple guy, you know?
Yeah, he just like surf, trained.
I like to see one guy from Italy doing good, right?
It's cool,
because it's different.
It's probably really inspiring for all the people over there who want to surf. Or I'm sure there'll be more people coming.
How's the energy of the Brazilians? Like today, days like now. The Australians, Californians, Hawaii, everybody know the Brazilians, you know. It's a different, the Brazilians is very amped, you know, like a lot of energy.
Oh, the fans? The fans are crazy here. It's definitely like the one event on tour where the crowd is just like insane. So it's super cool to see how much passion they have for the sport here. And it's a lot different than in America. Like surfing in America is pretty small, you know. So when you come here, it's like there's so many people on the beach and they're all so into it. And then you see when like the top Brazilian guys like Estilo, Iago, Felipe, when they go paddle out, like the crowd just goes crazy. So it's like, it's pretty cool to watch.
Look like football, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like one time I went to San Diego for the, how you call the national contest there, big ball, Super Bowl. Huh?
Oh, the Super Bowl,
Jesus Christ, man, you know, and one band played, you know, what's
Yeah.
the surf band long time ago?
The Beach Boys?
Beach Boys
Yeah,
played, you know what I mean, over there, and such a good time, the vibe, you know.
I bet.
It's a big show, look like here. Huh?
Yeah, the Super Bowl in America is like huge, and it's funny because you come here and then it's like the other day, last weekend, there must have been like 100,000 people on the beach.
On the
It's
beach.
crazy. Like you never would think that you'd be competing with that many people on the beach. So it's a cool experience.
I'm married for 38 years, boyfriend, girlfriend, 2 years, so 40 years together. And my best man, Bob Franco, he's from San Pedro, California,
No
you know,
way.
and my good friend, you know, and he's a big guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when he come to Brazil, the Grace family like to play with him because he was strong, you know. And so every time we go Hawaii, now he retired, you know. And he was the guy that take care of the Santa Ana, you know, Santa Ana fire.
Yeah, the fires.
The
Really
Santa
bad,
Ana.
yeah. That was
and
really bad.
once he's Mexican and American, he was the guy who talked with the public, you know,
okay.
because too many Mexicans, too many people from Mexico, different Latino.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to have American with Latino blood, so people understand more.
For
hey,
sure.
boy, take care, huh? No, good time. I just come back to Hawaii, went to Santa Barbara.
Nice.
Went to Napa Valley too.
Oh,
you know
that's
what I mean?
beautiful.
So good to have friends all over the world, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the best parts of surfing. You meet so many people all around the world, and that's what's like such a cool aspect of it.
Yeah. Tell me something. We have great surfers. I know it's difficult to tell who's the best, but let's talk a little bit about Medina. He's out of the tour, but he's a great, you know.
Yeah, Medina is obviously one of the best guys like of all time, and he's such a good surfer. But I think for Medina, what sets him apart is just like his ability to compete is insane. You know, I've had a couple heats with him, and it's so hard to just keep track of him in the lineup because he's everywhere, you know, and he's so good at getting scores under your priority. So that's like, I feel like for him is like his biggest strength, you know.
He knows to compete and use the rules good, the priority, you know.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's like a shark out there. Like the waves are like
that's like a shark.
Yeah,
Jesus, Medina, shark man, you know.
For sure, he's tough to keep track of out there, and I've definitely let him get a few good waves under my priority. So
no, he said what I like about him, you cannot predict what I like surfers that you cannot predict, you know.
Yeah, he's super unpredictable. I think that's a good quality of a lot of the best Brazilian guys like Yaga, Felipe, and Gabriel. Like they're able to kind of just like maybe not like they'll catch like an average wave and then do something you don't expect and get a huge score. So that's something that a lot of the Brazilian guys have in common.
Other guy that I like too, you know, have a big respect, Felipe Toledo, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, he remember a little bit John because great surfers, beautiful speed, turns at the pocket of the wave, and you don't know what they're gonna do to the guy. Hey?
I mean, Felipe, as far as like high performance surfing, I feel like he's got to be one of the best of all time. You know, like the stuff he's able to do on waves like J-Bay or trestles or snapper. It's just like he's going so fast and pushing so hard. And I'm sure like he's inspired me a ton. So a lot of guys on the tour, I'm sure, have the same amount of respect for Felipe. But I think with him more than anything, he's such like a good guy. And he's such like a stand-up dude. So I have a lot of respect for Felipe as a surfer, but as a person, I think he's like one of the best guys, and he always takes so much time for everybody, and he's so like supportive of all the people.
He lives in California.
Yeah, and he rides for Hurley and Sharp Eye, so I've got to spend some time with him, and he's just a really good dude.
Yeah,
so.
We interview him here. We interview his daddy too, you know, Ricardo, and Italo is great, you know.
Yeah.
You see his wave, the the air he give, you know. You guys do so many airs that I don't know the names. What was?
I know he was just flying in that heat, but it was funny when he made the air and then he came in and like ran on the beach, and all the fans were loving it. But yeah, I was watching the heat. We were rooting for Crosby, but Italo is he's tough to beat, man. He always is doing big airs, and
I surf a lot in the swimming pool with him.
Oh yeah,
in Boa Vista Village, you know, and he always very nice, you know. And one time, how come you surf so much in the pool? Because he told me he over there he have his teacher of to exercise him.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
like an exercise coach.
His coach, you know, and say, Rico, I practice here to do well. I can practice many times the same maneuver, you know.
Definitely.
And 1 month after he win the pool, you know.
He's really good in the pool for sure.
Well, when he do his right moves, you cannot beat him, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this year especially, like he was pretty on fire. So he was one of the best guys.
Daughter too, he in Saquarema, his wave he found a tube, right?
Yeah, he found the tube. Yago seems to have like a special connection with Saquarema. I feel like.
But he can. We interview his daddy, you know, Grillo, you know, was
such a good guy,
good guy, mellow guy, you know, and nice to see. I feel very happy to see all the Brazilians, you know, have many other guys too on the tour, young guys, you know.
For sure. I mean, I have a ton of respect for all the Brazilian guys. Like when I was first starting to do the QS, one of my really good friends, Victor Bernardo, I used to travel with him a lot, and we would stay with like all sorts of the Brazilian guys, and it was a super like cool time in my life. Like they taught me so much stuff about just competing and traveling. Like guys like Panda and Jadson and David Silva, like all these guys. They're Alejo. They're all a little older than me, but it was cool traveling with those guys when I was younger, and like they taught me so much. So I have a ton of respect for all the Brazilian guys out there for sure.
It's nice today during the tour, everybody gets together well, right?
Yeah, everyone gets along really good. So
that's very good. That's how it should be sports, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're all together with each other for like 8-10 months out of the year, so you got to be friends with everyone. This is like your little family that you go on the road and you see these guys more than you see maybe your friends or family at home.
And before wasn't like that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
No, before was tougher. But it's nice to see things growing up, people get older, understand it, you know?
Yeah, and I think so many people on the tour, like, a lot of us are really similar age, you know? So we've known each other for, like, a really long time, like, and grown up competing and, like, hanging out and stuff. So it's cool.
What I like about the tour now, because change a lot, the new guys coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And before, on the 90s, on the 2000s, you know, the guys stay long time on the tour. You couldn't take it out. I like this system WSL make.
Yeah, I mean, the young guys now, like, it's funny, like, doesn't seem like that long ago that I was one of the young guys, and now I'm looking and all these young guys are coming up and they're surfing so good. And yeah, you got to stay on your toes and keep improving, or you're gonna get passed by the younger generation for sure.
Saquarema is a place that have a lot of champs, you know, like Chumbo, Chumbinho, Raoni, many good guys. You see how many good waves they have. Have you surfed Barrinha?
Yeah, Barrinha has been pumping the last couple of days.
You surfed there?
Yeah, I surfed it once, but the best day we were surfing the contest. I was looking down there and I just kept seeing barrels.
You gotta focus on
I had to focus on my heat. But
what about backdoor?
I never surfed the backdoor.
But have you seen that place?
I've seen it of some pictures. It looks really good. Yeah.
What about Villa?
Villa, I surfed, but I never got too many other waves around here pumping. But I've seen a lot of pictures and videos, and from the level of local surfers here, you know the waves must be pretty good.
You know, in Villa, about 5K going there, they have Jaconel one.
Is that the slab?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some videos of that. It looks
crazy.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to surf on the 70s there, paddling, you know.
Nice.
But hard to surf, you know.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, because just the short break scare me, you know what I mean?
You got to make it through the short break just to get out there.
The Chumbo and Chumbinho, they ride very well when it's big. The toe-in fits better, no?
Oh, I bet, yeah. Those guys are nuts.
All right. The next tour, what's going to be? J-Bay?
Yep, J-Bay.
How you like that wave? You're regular foot there, right?
Yeah, regular foot. So J-Bay is kind of like the dream for all the regular foots. Such a good wave, and it's just a perfect point break. So hopefully we get some good swell while we're there.
Beautiful wave, huh?
Oh yeah, it's so beautiful. It's the best point break I've ever surfed, I think. So I'm really excited to go back there for sure.
Yeah, I love to see Felipe Toledo there. Remember that ride he could.
He's had so many insane performances at J-Bay, and he's definitely like, out of all the guys now, he's probably the best guy out there. So he's always fun to watch.
After J-Bay, it's going to be a Chopo. Is that right?
Yeah, Chopu is the last one of the year, and that one's always super fun. Like, you get a big swell.
You sure it's fun?
Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's a little scary for sure. Last year was definitely pretty scary, but it's one of the coolest events because you can get maybe like the best wave of your life in your heat, you know? So that's like, it always is really exciting for sure. One
time I went to Tahiti with the kids. Was a easy contest, you know, and was the other side, you know. Was
like Papara?
Yeah, it's a beach break place.
Yeah, the beach break.
Know? And then when the Brazilians who lost, I took the kids there. But we have to paddle out, you know. We was about a good 6 foot, you know, but the swell wasn't that strong, you know. I have one direction that make it still tube, but more easy than
when it's a little more south, it seems like it's not as intimidating, and then once it gets more west,
it comes
then
worse.
It's like just as like it's so gnarly when it's like that. For sure.
I think it is one of the most difficult waves, you know.
Yeah, it's such a perfect wave, but it's super difficult too. And I've been going there for a long time. Like Matai Drolet, he's like one of the best guys over there, and he rides for Hurley. So Hurley set up like a lot of trips when we were younger, and have some good times, a lot of maybe like not so good times getting thrown over the falls and trying to figure that wave out. But
what you think is dangerous, pipeline or chopo?
I feel like pipeline is more dangerous just because there's more people in the lineup, and it's so unpredictable. Pipeline, like you never know if a second reef set's going to come in or if the wave you're going on is good. Chopu is maybe a little harder on the drop, but once you make the drop, the wave is perfect. So,
but thicker, huh?
Yeah, it's thicker. Yeah, it's a little. It's shorter but thicker, but pipeline just seems like I don't know. Pipeline for me it's such a big lineup, and it's just so crazy, and it has so many different moods. So you got to put, I think, more time in at pipe to really get the wave out. Easier to get hurt, right? Easier to get hurt. Yeah, I think so.
They're like 6-8 feet more inside than bigger outside, no?
Yeah, but I've never like towed in at Chopes, but once guys start towing in and it's like 15 feet, that's a whole different ball game. So.
Yeah, but sometimes 8 to 10, you can go from Banzai, no?
Yeah.
It's easier to take off from Banzai, no?
Yeah, the drop maybe is not as steep as Chopu for sure.
Yeah, and then was good. I had a great time in Chopo, you know, with the kids, you know.
Such a good community.
Yeah,
there.
And so beautiful. Look like a Hawaii, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same island feel.
And I remember what breaks so far away, you know.
Yeah, the wave is like way out, and you kind of can't really tell how big it is. And then you get out there, and you're like, oh my God, it's huge.
And one time we went to surf. Is more to the side, not for the Chopo. The other one was a port. Is where people have the boats tied. What's the name of the place?
Maybe Small Pass, or I don't know. Is it?
No, but anyway, then we went surf. It's far away. You know what I mean? It's very far. And then I broke my board. You know what I mean?
No.
They're hard to get out. So I had my friend. So if you go out, you don't come back, right?
Yeah.
So wasn't big, you know, was 4 foot, you know. So he surfs. I pick his board. I surf 2-3 waves. Then he pick it up.
Perfect.
So then go back to the shore, and you have to go. You have the channel. Gotta go close to the channel, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go into too deep.
If you go in the middle of the channel, you cannot come back. The tide coming.
It's too much current.
Yeah, difficult. I heard some people died over there.
I could see that. I mean, the current's really gnarly, and you never know. Like now, they have so many boats and jet skis. So like, usually we go out with the boat or the ski, but it's a far paddle. Like sometimes when you're coming in, it'll be right before dark. Chopes, and someone will be like, "Can I get a ride in?" You know, you're like, "Okay, well, I'm not going to leave you out here in the dark." You know.
It's a place you have to know what you're doing, right?
Definitely, yeah. Just you got to have that. I feel like all the Tahitian guys, they have such good ocean knowledge,
and they have a big heart.
Yeah,
when I went to Chopo that day, we get out and have some Tahitian guys drinking beer.
Yeah.
I get out, they at the beach, you know, if you don't know them, but they open their heart. It's so nice. They go, "Hey, bro, come have a beer." I don't drink too many beers, but I went to have a beer. What's the name of the beer there? I have the
Hinano.
Hinana.
That one's good. You always got to have like 1, 2 Hinanos. When you
I have a
Tahiti.
great friend now, which is the old guy start to compete from Tahiti.
Poto?
Poto.
Yeah.
I call him the monster.
Yeah.
You know, he ride my boards.
No
you know?
way.
Hey, Poto, what's up, bro? Hey, Poto, good guy, you know.
Yeah, he's a cool guy for sure.
Yeah,
Tahitian legend.
Yeah, you know, so good memory. Big heart. Look like Hawaiians, huh?
Yeah, I feel like the Hawaiians and the Tahitians like definitely have that island connection.
He used to compete on a longboard too, you know.
Yeah.
He ride chopo, short board, long board, stand up, anything.
Yeah, I've seen him out there on the stand up.
Yeah, he's a great surfer, you know.
Yeah.
Which place you like to travel? Bali, you like?
I don't know. I don't really love Bali. Like, it's so
too
crowded.
many people.
Yeah,
no?
it's too many people. But I don't know. I like a lot of spots. Like, all these places we get to go are so amazing. I mean, I love every year going to Hawaii. That's like definitely one of my favorite times of the year. And then going to J-Bay, like I haven't been in a few years, so that'll be really cool. And then last year I got to go to Fiji for the first time. And
Fiji when it's big, man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. So, hoping to go back there sooner rather than later. And there's so many places I still haven't got to go that I'm really excited to as well.
What about Europe? You like?
Europe is beautiful. Portugal and France, such good waves and
good food. Good girls.
I'm getting married soon, so I'm out of the game.
You're gonna get married, so we don't talk about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm out of the game, but it's a beautiful place, and I really love going over there.
But be married. I told them married a long time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really good because give you peace, you know. Then you work hard, you focus, you have a family. I think family is the most important thing you can have. Family and friends, you know.
Definitely, yeah. Just having people in your life who you love and they love you back is super important for sure.
You in Europe, what is your favorite place?
I don't know. I think in Europe, I really love Ericeira, like in Portugal.
Where?
Ericeira, yeah. Like it kind of reminds me a bit of home in Encinitas. Like there's so many reef breaks and fun waves, and it's just like such a cool place. I love it there.
In Spain, have you been Mundaka?
I've been to Mundaka a couple times. Like when we were in France, we'd see the swell and drive down to Mundaka.
Catch it good.
I got it good one day. It was sick. Like it's crowded, but the wave was so beautiful.
The crowd there is heavy,
The crowd's heavy, yeah. The locals definitely hold it down out of Mundaka, so I didn't get too many good waves, but it was fun watching everyone and get to see the wave.
When the tide goes out, it's great, you know, catch, everybody goes.
Yep.
Hard to go, huh?
For sure.
Jesus Christ. I like a lot Hossegor.
Oh, yeah, Hossegor is epic.
I've been many years going to France when I compete, you know, and can get big. The beach break can get big, you know.
Yeah, France is cool because you never know. You got to be so on top of it with the tide and the sandbar, and like you can find such sick waves there, and it's really sick when it all comes together and you're in the right spot at the right time, and it's so cool being able to surf waves like that on the sand, you know, because you don't think that the waves can get that good on the beach break sometimes.
I caught Hossegor really big, scary kind, you know, really like I don't know, 8 to 10 foot, hard to go out,
and it's so close to the beach too. Yeah, you're right.
And when it's really big, have two breaks, one,
get the barrel and then the outside.
The outside, you know. Yep. I used to stay with the champ there, Francois Fix, the name of the guy that Francois Javier, nice guy, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, good guy. We have travel. Joe Tudor stayed there too. Nat Young, you know.
Nice.
And you know the Australian guy, Nat Young, you know.
Surfing legend right there.
Yeah, great guy. He stayed with me in Brazil. strong man. When Nats wants something, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't do it, you're in trouble.
Then you got to get out of the way.
Yeah. Aloha, Nat. I hope you're good. You know. What about Australia? You have good waves there?
Yeah, so many good times in Australia. I mean, every year for the tour, we're there for like 2 months, you know, so you get to spend a lot of time there and traveling around. And yeah, I've pretty much been to most places in Australia. Like one of the cooler things I did over there, like when I was younger, we drove from Sydney up to the Gold Coast and saw all the places in between, and that was super fun. But yeah, now we go back to Bells and to the Gold Coast and WA every year. And I love spending time over there. The waves are cool. The people are super nice. So yeah, I had a really fun trip this year, especially like we were there for 2 months, and it's cool going to Bells and then the Gold Coast and Western Australia because they're all so different, even though they're in the same country. But it's cool to experience all of that.
When I went there, I met some guys in South Africa, 2 guys from Maruba. You know Maruba?
Yeah.
Maruba boys.
Yeah.
Crazy guys.
Yeah.
You know, my two, Tony White, then another guy, Gordon. But they're good guys, you know what I mean? And I went there, and he invited me to go see Byron Bay all the way to, no, we went to Coolangatta all the way to Bells, you know.
Nice, yeah.
Long drive, you know.
Long drive. There's just so much beautiful coastline in
Yeah.
Australia. It's like you can drive up and down and you see so many amazing places.
And they local guys, so we went stop Byron Bay, stop Sydney, you know. Sydney's crowd, huh?
Yeah.
And I think Sydney is one of the most competitive guys. You know, everybody surf good. You know,
Yeah,
the worst guy in the beach surf great. You know what I
Man,
mean?
yeah, Australia, just the level of surfing is so high from all the people who surf there. So it's a pretty crazy place. Like when you're on the Gold Coast, like everyone in the water rips, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a good friend like Terry Fitzgerald. Have you heard?
I don't know.
For this guy,
Yeah.
man, beautiful style.
Yeah.
On a 70, he ride a great shaper. Beautiful style, you know. Before
Nice.
the style means a lot. You
Yeah.
know? Do you know that?
Yeah. Well, back then you had to have some good style. Yeah.
If you're a good surfer, no style,
Didn't matter.
not so good, you know. And his board, he have a beautiful airbrush.
Nice.
You know, like beautiful style with a rainbow. He's from Sydney, you know.
Cool.
So he went to Brazil and worked shape for me, you know.
Sick.
So good times, you know. And when I make this trip, we was stopping everywhere, you know. So Winky Pop, you know, I can remember so many beaches, you know, out the coast like this, you know.
Yeah, there's like a million waves in Australia. There's so many waves there.
All right. And so thank you very much for you give this beautiful interview. We have a nice talk, you know, and have a good time, you know, and people have a pleasure to know your surfing, know how you think, you know, because surfing is great. So nice to see how you think, you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah. There's so many. It's cool to get to know all these. Like even just getting to know you has been super cool, and I've heard so many like cool stories about you just from all my Brazilian friends. So it's super nice to get to meet you and come on this podcast. Super fun.
All right, you're welcome. Do you want to leave a message for the young generation?
Yeah, sure. I don't know, just work hard and most importantly have fun and just stay in the water, you know, like surfing's such an amazing thing to do. So wherever you want to do, just work hard and go for it and remember to have fun.
All right. So I want to thank you again for my sponsor for Sense, people who do sport that sweat. So thank you very much, Sense Qboa to clean your house, my team here, and GURUMê. During when we record in my studio in Rio, you know, they serve a beautiful Japanese food, you know,
nice.
the best, you know. So when you come to Rio, please let me know. We invite you, okay?
Sounds good. Let's do
it. So thank you very much. See you, Duarte, and aloha.
Aloha.
Woo.